Welcome to Autonomica, a game with farming, automation, building, and survival. A solar punk game where Stardew and Sims meet satisfactory. Let's talk about what you need to know, how to play, some tips and tricks, and overall my first impression with the alpha so far. Everything will be timestamped below as well, so skip ahead to the parts that interest you, and we're gonna go ahead and start off with some of the settings. Alright, first things first, when you get into the game, you're gonna see a bunch of things on your screen right here. But one of the first things we're going to check out is the settings, of course. When you get to the settings, you're probably going to be on the audio tab. I recommend toning down your audio, tweaking it to however you think would be convenient for you. Then you're going to go to graphics. Now, I completely recommend this to be turned down a little bit, especially if you're just starting, because I noticed this game is running a little heavier than intended. Of course, it's just alpha, so they're going to need to tweak a lot of these different things. Next, if you go to input, you're going to want to turn down your horizontal sensitivity. I noticed it was a little fast for me at least, so I turned it down so it could be a little more smoother. Controls, you're going to see here all your basic controls. We simply have the WASD to move, left mouse click to fire or shoot or melee or whatever. Same thing as placing down objects, building them. You have E to interact, space to jump, left shift to run, and toggling your walk with caps lock. Let's check out the different characters we have here. We've got Billy. He's over here looking like this. We've got Allie or Ally or however you want to pronounce it. She's over here looking like that. We've got Mike over here. Look at him. Next up, we've got Will. Check out Will. He's here. And then we've also got Kaziya. I'm going to go ahead and call her Kaiza. I don't know how to pronounce it. Let me know in the comments if you guys think it's somewhere different. And then we also have Anna. So here we go. This is your list of characters that you can choose from, and you can switch out anytime you want. Alright, let's talk about a couple things to make your life a little bit easier in game. A couple of tips and tricks. So you can see here that you have your tools and stuff on your hotbar. You simply click them to pull them out, click them again to put them in. One easy tip is you press T. You click and hold T. I don't know what the button's going to be on console yet, but when you do that, you get this little radio wheel where you can easily access all your tools. So hold T, move your mouse to whatever you want to take out. For example, the hoe or whatever, and you take it out. Okay? Easy for your axe. Simple as that. Alright? While you have it in your hand, you can also just tap T and it will put it away, which is very nice. One thing you want to do when it comes to building is if you simply look at an object, middle mouse button, you can easily select it. And then you can configure however you want. If you notice on the left side, we have Alt and Scroll. What that does in the building menu is it lets you scroll between the different variants. So if I click Alt and I scroll down, I'll get different sizes of walls. You can check it out for all different sorts of things, walls, windows, doors, and check and see the different types of variants that you have there. While having something selected, you can also right click and it'll bring you immediately to this other crafting screen where you can choose the different types of things you want to build. To craft, you can simply hit Q and it'll open up this menu and you can select different kinds of things like foundations, walls, windows, stairs, doors, pillars, roofs, fences, and temporary structures, or this is probably called temporary, but it's more like miscellaneous, so it could be for decorations. You'll notice that you have different types that you can filter by, and you also have the different variants as well in here that you can hold Alt and you can scroll to go through. One thing you're going to want to know how to do is how to actually craft your buildings, your structures, the important research things you need. And that's where you hit the tab key. That's going to open up this menu where you can build different things like your smelters, your fabricators, if you have them unlocked. And I'll go over unlocking these in a little bit. We also have your workbenches. So if you want to create your workbenches or your research stations, you simply hit tab and you'll see them located in here. And you can have them filtered out by however you want. Simply place them down. One thing that I'm going to mention is if you hit the F key, you're going to come to this shop here where you're going to use this currency to purchase different types of things. So you can buy beds, different types of beds, chairs, decorational things. You'll unlock these as you progress. And this is your virtual currency that you're going to progressively achieve throughout the game. One easy way to get money is you simply sell the stuff in your inventory. If you don't know how to open your inventory, you press the I key. When you hit I, you can drag whatever you need and click it and sell it. And that's how you get money. And you'll notice on the top right of your screen, you'll see your currency, and that's how much money you have. Now then, one thing I want to take a look at is our map. To access your map, you hit the M key. And what you'll notice is this is the area we have to play right now. First thing we're going to do is click Point of Interest. And here's where you're going to see the whole map and what's around. This is actually going to be where you're going to start. And When you start here, it's going to kind of guide you along the path to go this way towards the drift point, and then back up around to around here. So eventually you'll explore the whole map. Now, one thing you want to pay close attention to is these resource zones. So I'm going to go ahead and click it, and you'll notice we have 4 different types of resources. We have stone, quartz, iron, and copper. I recommend you choosing a base, especially early on, that's going to be kind of near all 4 of those. So ideally, kind of the way the tutorial guides you and the different tasks, you're going to end up basing kind of somewhere around here. One thing I do want to note is that it's easy to access the iron, the quartz, the copper, and the stone. So I definitely recommend basing over here, especially for the first time playing, as you'll naturally guide over there anyway. Now, let's actually go into some gameplay. First things first, you'll notice your UI, user interface, or well, your screen. So what you'll notice first, you'll have your stats on the bottom left. These include your health, your hunger, your thirst, your temperature gauge, to let you know how hot or how warm you feel, as well as some stat effects. Think of the stat effects kind of like in Sims, where different things will impact your mood or your gameplay. This system is still rudimentary, so I'll provide an update when the system improves. Now, we have a little key on the bottom right hand of the screen. This will give you some tips of some controls. You can see the left alt. This will be your customizations, where you can change your variants when you unlock them. L will toggle your flashlight on and off, so you'll be able to see in the light and in the dark. X is your dismantle tool. This lets you break things down and get materials back, or if you didn't like where you put them, so you can break them down and put them somewhere else. Then we have the O, which will open the chat page. Keep in mind that some of these keybinds may change over time, and when the full setting system is built out, you'll be able to customize your keybinds. Next up, we have our quest on the top right. This will give you the basics and guide you on your way to experience the game. Next, you should have noticed that there's some weather on the top right of your screen. That's right, we have weather effects and seasons. You can see that you have a year, season, time of day, and current weather. There are 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, autumn, whatever you call it, and winter. These will also have an effect on your gameplay. For example, summer will have more hotter temperatures, spring may have more rain, and winter will have more snow. Now back to the gameplay. You can simply go into your inventory by pressing I, dragging the medikit down, and then pressing the corresponding number, which is 5 for me. And we'll heal ourselves just like that. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to scavenge for materials. There's a lot of boxes here and there. If you hold T, there's a little wheel here, and you're just going to choose your pickaxe and start breaking the boxes. Alright, next step is build a crafting table. Or the workbench right here. And I'm just going to put it down. And then we're going to see that it wants me to craft an axe. In order to craft an axe, you're going to go into the crafting table, which is right here. And you're going to see that we're going to need some iron ingots. So you can click and hold, you can hold space, or you can simply hit the L key and it's going to auto craft. Our next thing is to build a manufacturing station. So what this is a sort of research station that's going to let us unlock researches in order to build more. So we're going to hit tab again, and we're going to see a station here. We're going to need some assembly parts and some more iron ore. Keep in mind, if you get hungry, you should definitely eat the snacks that you have from all these boxes and drink the waters. Go to the manufacturing station, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it down. Open up your manufacturing station, which is this guy right here, which is basically a research thing where you can unlock your different recipes. So I'm going to go into it and unlock the first tier. And as you can see, it's going to require 6 pieces of wood and 10 pieces of iron. Now, you can notice that there's different levels. You can unlock them in any order. And also there's different tabs. So you have this first tab here, which has these 4 currently. And then you have this other tab here, which has all these as well. As you progress, you're going to want to unlock everything. So just a word of advice, there are 2 different tabs here for this one right now that I have unlocked. So you can always switch between the 2. At first, it might be a little misleading, thinking that, oh, there's 4 here and there's 4 here. You think it's just those 4. But no, these are different pages. Now that we have these required items, we're now going to unlock the ability to create all of these now by simply clicking and holding here. And voila. We have unlocked it now. So now we know how to make wooden planks, wooden pillars, iron rods, and nails. You go into your crafting bench or your workbench, and then you'll see that you have wooden pillars, And you'll also have wooden planks. If you don't know where you can get the plastic pellets, you can get them out of those crates that you saw me destroy earlier. The crates are scattered out throughout the map, and you can destroy them and you'll easily find some plastic pellets. Now we have a new mission. We want to build a small shelter. To build, you're just going to hit Q. It looks like we need some foundations. Going to make a very small house, as well as some wooden walls by pressing Q. So we need at least 4 wooden walls, as well as 2 identical wooden roof of any type. So you hit Q again, you'll see these tabs up here that you can switch to see what you need to build. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to roof. I'm going to start this wooden panel here. I'm going to put one here. I'm going to put one there. And it looks like this is going to be our house for now. Now, if you don't know what the Electronic Store is, it's kind of this in-game store where you can use your in-game currency. If you look on the top right beneath where it says spring, you'll see that I have 521 credits. So if you look on the top right, you'll see that I have 521 bucks credits. You hit F, and then you'll see your bed here that you can buy. And there's also different types. If you want to check out the different types, hold Alt and scroll your scroll wheel down, and you'll see you can access 3 different ones. I'm going to go ahead and click this one here, place my bed, and there we go. We're going to go to the botanical station, put it down. Now we need to unlock first steps. So as you can see, we have first steps, we have cooking, and we have upgrade 3. And we have the second tab, which will have upgrade 1, 2, 3, and 4. Looks like they haven't named it yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to name them eventually as they continue development. Hold T to access your tools, go to your hoe, and then go ahead and just make 4 little spots. 2, 3, and 4. These are bio-root seeds. If you don't have it on your hotbar, click and drag and put it down on your hotbar. Once you put it in your hotbar, you can hit the number that it's associated with and you'll pull it out just like so. And then you can throw it, you can spam it, you can fling it however you want. It's only going to consume whenever it goes onto one of the spots, okay? And as you can see, there's a little black circle that will let you know where they're going to go. So when you get to your plants, you're just going to go ahead and take out your water gun and spray it down. And I'll keep you guys updated with more future updates that are down the line. Improvements, changes, just feel free to subscribe, like, and comment, and let me know what you want to see more.